Whoop whoop, everybody. What the fuck's going on? It's Friday. I forgot to put my mask on. It's fucking Friday the 13th. We gonna get turned the fuck up tonight. It's Thuggalo show night. And you know who I'm here with, as always. The motherfucking trailer park Cinderella, if you will.
Hey,
and the one and only fucking Elixir in the mixer.
Hell yes, you are watching. Whoop whoop. Hell yeah, Elixir. You are watching the Thuggalo show. Trailer Park Cinderella, Elixir in the Mixer, Onsted. We have a crazy show for you tonight. This one's for the books. I hope everyone watching is having a dope-ass Friday the 13th. I hope you didn't step on any cracks and break your mama's back. You feel me? It is a dope-ass lineup tonight. Onsted, who do we have backstage right now?
Backstage, waiting on us to pull him the fuck up out of here, is the one and only fucking Clownvis Presley. We talked about it last week. We gave you guys just a tip so you guys can just simmer in the fucking freshness. But it's Friday. That means it's time to fucking go.
Hell yeah, Clownvis Mafia in the building. Let's waste no time as we bring in the one, the only Clownvis Presley on the Thuggalo show, y'all. Whoa, whoa.
Hey, what's up, Juggalos?
Hey. Clownvis, welcome to the Thuggalo show, homie. Thank you.
What's up, y'all? How you doing?
Well, you're great, man. I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm doing real good. Fellas look like they're doing good.
100%.
It's Friday. It's Thuggalo show time. We're already ready to go, man.
Yeah.
Every week, just a little, little self-adulation for the Thuggalos. You feel me? I feel like we've been growing so quickly, but Clownvis, honestly, bro, when I found out that you had like a microcosm of interest in being on this podcast, I was like, I think we made it. Like, I think, like, bro, dead ass, because Clownvis, you're at the gathering, you're at the events, you're always showing clown love. Clownvis to the Rescue is popping on YouTube every week, bro. Like, much respect.
Thanks, man. Well, yeah, dude. I mean, it's, I'm so down with the Juggalos and everything cool that comes out of that culture. So you guys hit me up. I figured, why the hell not, man?
Some people think the afterlife is lonely, but if my spirit dwells in the place that I love the most, I'll be a happy clown ghost player. That shit's hard.
Yeah, baby. I'm going to be a clown ghost, a happy clown ghost.
Clownvis, how long have you been interested in music, just in general?
Man, since I was a little boy, I had one of them Fisher-Price record players. And I had two records when I was little, my first 245s that I had. I had Elvis Crying in the Chapel, which was a cool kind of gospel song. And then I had the Chipmunks singing Coward of the County, one of them Chipmunks records. And man, I just played the hell out of those things over and over again, boy. And that was music to me in my room until I got MTV a little later on, and then was just completely engulfed. By the time my balls dropped, I was all into it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, 100%, bro. I fuck with that. You know what I like about Clownvis to the Rescue is the consistency. Now, you've been doing this since the pandemic era. This was like your way to like stay, active online, right?
Yeah, definitely, man. That all my tours got canceled that year, and so, and I didn't know nothing about streaming really. I had tried it over the years, but never consistently. I loved the idea of having all these followers and being able to connect with them live. The technology has been there for a while, but I didn't master it until, I found myself at home and I'm like, well, shit, let's just see how far we can take this. And it all started with setting my phone up. I duct taped a book on top of a book on top of an old tripod, and I balanced my phone on it, zero audio or nothing.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, dude, that's all it needs to be, and the only reason I got better is because there's no excuses these days and the technology is there. And if you want to learn something, man, it's all fucking on YouTube. You can't say, I don't know how to do it. It's like, man, if you want to fucking connect this microphone to that computer, there's some nerd on YouTube that spent a lot of time telling you how to do it. So get on there and fucking press pause and do what he says and play and pause and just get it done, man. It's all there. It would
be like you caught it at the perfect time too, man. When everybody was in their home with nothing to fucking do, everybody was on YouTube looking for shit, and it's like a lot of these podcasters caught that wave just in the perfect time.
Yeah, and a lot of it went by the wayside too. I think a lot of people jumped on that played their banjo in front of a plant a couple times and like, all right, this ain't going anywhere. But I mean, for me personally, man, it was fueled by the fans and the way that the fans just became this online community of kind of weirdos, you know, and they just found each other and they started, you know, blowing up little things that I would do, little things that I would say. They would start, you know, I'm like the chili dog shit or talking about Crocs or something, you know, things that were just kind of a funny goof to me. All of a sudden would be a funny goof in a way that a meme would kind of explode or something, you know. So
hands down, that chili dog song is my
so
thanks, man. That's old. I've been doing that since before I ever took it on stage. I just used to do that, you know, to me and my buddies to make a goof, you know. But man, I've been doing that shit for over a decade now. It's a long ass bit.
No matter how many times I see it, every time I'm just fucking crying every fucking single time. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, you know, if I ever feel silly about beating a dead horse or keep doing it, man, I tell myself that, I mean, it kills every time. That's what, you know, and that's when the audience, I see people wiping tears away and people nudging their buddies and shit. So why would I stop doing it? You know, people are still into it.
Yeah.
What I like the most, ads, bro. If it ain't broke, yeah, exactly. What I like the most about Clownvis to the rescue, dog, is like in my POV, it's like Juggalo meets Pee-wee's Playhouse meets Graceland, like based in Graceland. You feel me? Meets
hell yeah,
dope, fresh ass, bomb ass, sick shit. Like watching you on that shit is dope. And like your merch game in particular. Like, you know, the Juggalos love the merch. Like, we got the jerseys. We be going hard with the merch. So seeing that you got foam fingers, fucking pins,
Clownvis fans, fucking everything.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah.
You do 8x.
That's the most. Yeah, that shit's so much fun for me, man. And I just love the idea of silly merch and things that I don't want to milk people, you know. I don't want to sell people a miracle elixir or some shit that I'm going to say is going to make your hair grow back or something. But I mean, if people know what they're buying, and people are like, oh, hell no, I usually can't buy a foam finger of somebody I like, you know, like something that's kind of, it's a goof, but at the same time, you're getting a cool little thing and I'm selling something, you know. So
people love that shit.
I try to keep it fun, you know, and fresh is the word you guys use, man. That's what it is. The word is fresh because it's not some stale, you know, milking your fan kind of thing. It's like if you're putting out dope shit, if you're putting out, you know, exciting things, then it's fun for everybody.
I mean, everyone can make a T-shirt. Like we make Thuggalo Show T-shirts, but hoodies. But like, bro, like. You know, having a foam finger is like, wow, like I gotta stick this up my girl's ass, or
you can do a lot. You know, you can do a lot of stuff, boy, with a foam finger, man. Yeah.
Wear it on your wiener at the gathering.
I ain't seen that yet. I'm upset nobody's done that yet. All right.
Speaking of the gathering, what is the craziest thing you have seen at a gathering? You've been to a few.
Man, you know, the gathering is one of these things where like every 10 feet you're like, okay, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I try to break it down when people ask me that question because I wish I had a real answer. I mean, just thinking off the top of my head now, a real answer would be the shit that went down at the Big Silva thing this year was pretty amazing. As far as like, because I didn't know about Big Silva, you know, and Rob Bruce had told me a little bit about it, but his synopsis in my head made it sound like I had to wake up early for some shit. You know, I didn't think it was going to be. I didn't know how. And I should have learned because, man, these, you know, the wicked clowns always they don't skimp, man. They always deliver with their weirdness and their shit. So Big Silva, with how much they bought, like an entire old lady's house worth of shit. I mean, they were bringing out Schifferos and china cabinets and fine china, and then like 8 glass tables and stacking them up on top of each other.
We love that shit though.
That's what we live for.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's like you know, that's what most people were just kind of peeking their heads out of their tent at 11 that morning, being like, okay, this is the first thing I'm going to see, you know, is this shit getting smashed. And then, you know, I seen 2 guys with their penises tied together and they were doing like a tug of war, like, like they're both like leaning back. I couldn't even look because their dicks looked like, it was like looked like something, you know, like something it looked like out of a movie or something. Yeah,
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah,
hell yeah,
animal,
a tangy taffy. Yeah.
Did you get an opportunity?
One of those.
Did you get an opportunity to feed Silva at any point? Did you feed Silva?
No, I didn't, man, and I wanted to. I even had duct tape to do it, man, but it was I didn't get my hands on when during the madness, boy, but next year, and then I know that they keep Big Silva over by the info tent to do that, but I didn't get to slap anything on there, but man, what a trip.
I was gonna say we were actually one of those people peeking our heads out of the tent at Big Silva because we were camped right out there in front of the second stage. But speaking of so last year was my first gathering, so I don't have that's the only one I have to draw memories from. Yeah. And I know one of my big memories from that last year's gathering was when Babytron walked off stage, and you just happened to be hosting. You were just happened to be hosting at that time. Like, what went on in your head when you seen that? Like,
how was it to draw the Juggalos?
Yeah,
into
I can tell you. I can tell you this, man. Because I've done a fair amount of stuff with the Insane Clown Posse now, and I did a month tour, the 25-year tour, and from the first fucking night, it was like, all right, Clownvis, all this shit is going wrong. You just go out there. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. So, like, I had, like, in my head, I'm thinking maybe 15% of my shit would work with Juggalos. This is what I thought at the time,
Right.
Because I'm like, and it's even true. Even if Juggalos fuck with me, it's like if you're out in Pittsburgh to see the Insane Clown Posse after waiting 5 years to see him, and then you got to suffer through Clownvis singing Jesus Christ eating on a chicken wing for 45 fucking minutes. It's like, I would hate me. I'd be like, come on, man, get this fucking goof out of here and bring on the show. But what I'm saying is that luckily, from day one with these guys, it was like, all right, can I stay on my toes? Can I survive? Can I just let the crowd know that I'm with them? I'm always with the crowd. If the show's fucked up, if the show's late, if somebody fucked up, if this or that, I'm experiencing it with the crowd, So I'm more with you guys than I am with the technical fuck up or the art. In the case of the Babytron thing, the artist fucking up. But I was like, maybe I was backstage, but I had walked away and I was on the phone. And I heard it shut down. I heard him like kind of walk off, everybody booing. I go, oh fuck. No. And I didn't even have time to think about what to do or what happened. I just knew I had to get back out there. And but luckily, man, Carlito and Rude Boy was there to hang with me too, so that helped out.
Yeah.
I hated it for Babytron, man, because I like Babytron, bro. I hated seeing it happen. You feel me? Like,
I don't even see it. That's what I'm saying. I was so far away that I don't even know what happened. I just assumed that Juggalos are probably doing Juggalo shit and they took that as disrespectful.
That's what it was. That's what I got from the whole situation myself. And I think it was ready for Juggalos to be Juggalos.
It's about respect in the community. It's about respect a lot of times. Like, like Jay and Shaggy have talked about it in interviews. So it's like you come to the gathering, it's like, what up, Columbus? It's like, it's not Columbus.
Right.
From Washington, the UK.
You're an hour and 10 minutes away. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can tell it's not quite hitting the mark. Yeah. During that, right after that, I guess, Rob Bruce, who runs it all. He called me. Shout out to Jumpsteady. He called me. He says, "Hey man, now Sir Mix-a-Lot's camp is a little nervous about whatever went down with Babytron, and you got to respect Sir Mix-a-Lot being a fucking grown ass man that's done this long enough that if he sees people walking out and he's like, and he hears rumblings of they're throwing shit and this that, what's it to him to be like, nah, I ain't fucking with that, like
that's an OG.
And so that's, so Rob told me, he goes, hey man, put that over with the crowd, man. Let them know that this is Shaggy's favorite artist. This is Joe's favorite artist. This is Ouija's favorite artist, man. This is a legend. He changed the game of rap. He's like, make sure you put that respect in front of his set so the Juggalos know, not that you're never going to tell Juggalos, hey, don't throw shit at this guy.
Right.
That's going to make us throw him even more.
Right. You get a Yellow Wolf situation.
Right.
Were you at the 2018 gathering for the Yellow Wolf situation? Yeah.
I saw it from the back. I was in the back of the crowd watching it, man. Fireworks going up at him and shit. I don't know, man. I was like, damn, he handled it. He took some crackers to the face, didn't he?
I gained a lot of respect for Yellow Wolf. I'm not a huge fan, but I was like, you know what? As a man, as a performer, he killed that shit.
He did.
Yeah, he seemed unfazed with that shit, And I'm gonna say, man, that like. And that's, you know, I mean, that's really the only move you can make. And there's been some shows I've done with ICP where I can tell people are fucking with me a little bit, you know, and maybe chucking dimes or little chunks of ice or something at me, you know. And I mean, the only thing you can do is kind of, all right, here I am, take your best shot, you know, like. If you're like, no.
But Clownvis, you're like Teflon, bro. Like, you just roll with the punches, I feel like.
Juggalos love you too much anyways.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know what, dude? And like, I'm so blessed to be a part of the community. And the fact that I was just kind of invited, you know, from Joe and Joey. I mean, the guys.
How did that link up happen?
I don't, man. I wish I didn't know them at all. I don't know nothing about it. I knew, obviously I'd known ICP my whole life, but I was never super down, you know. In the late 90s, I had two records that people had put on a mixtape for me that I loved in my car, you know. It was just kind of like novelty fun shit. I never was way into it, but I never was against it. But as long as I've been clowning, I didn't really put the two together, you know, like I was like, just because I'm not hip hop, you know, like, and I never really looked into it farther than that. And our worlds never crossed until, I don't even know what the connection was, man. Rob and Joe seemed to be tripping on my videos. They liked my music videos for some reason. And, man, I don't know
what do you mean?
I don't know. Think you look? Come on now. That's a great video.
I don't know how they found him. I don't, you know, as far as I know, none of my people were pitching them to him or nothing. But then my agent was like, "Hey, I booked you at the gathering of the Juggalos," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? The gathering, like, because I was doing comedy clubs and dive bars and shit. I'm like, what are you talking about?" And of course, as an outsider, your mind thinks, "Oh, fucking tequila and all that crazy shit," you know. But I mean, but right away I took it as oh hell yeah, I'll do this. And if it's something that I do once and it turns out to be a crazy stunt, oh, Clownvis did the gathering, or if it works out, it works out. And man, from that fucking first time I stepped on stage, and I was having my doubts up until I stepped on that stage, for what I said a moment ago, you know, for thinking that my shit's too slow, or you got to pay too much attention, or I'm not singing about the hatchet and murdering and shit. Like, I was like, man, if I lose the crowd, I'm dead in the water. But from the second I stepped on stage at that first gathering, I'm like, oh fuck, these are my people. I had been wrong. I've been wrong for so many years trying to, you know, I tried to find my audience in fucking hipsters in LA and the alternative comedy scene and with, you know, all the punk rock shit and rockabilly shit, and like everything I'd ever fucked with was like people trying to be cool. You know what I'm saying? People that thought they were too cool for school, and people that afterwards, if they gave you any respect at all, they'd say, "Hey, you're actually okay," you know. But I mean, but Juggalos are like, "Hey, man, we're fucking real ass people. You don't gotta fucking put front. You don't gotta act like you're cooler than the next guy." It's like, yeah, you get rewarded for being you, man, and that's such a small fraction of things that happen in this world. That's why Juggalo shit is it's the best thing in the world, man. It's the only subculture that's getting it all right in my eyes. I mean, 90%, you know what I'm saying?
We're glad to have you as a subculture.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
Solidified. You are solidified in the culture now. For sure.
I gotta ask, before you stepped foot on the gathering, did you actually walk around and catch any of the culture before you got pushed on the stage?
Yeah, well, we had gotten there. I'm trying to remember the exact details, man, but me and my homie Sean Barrett, who makes a lot of videos with me.
Shout out.
We love Sean Barrett.
You know him? Yes. Cool. Yeah, he's the best. Yeah. He's been with me. I mean, we've been making videos for 10 years, and
we want him on the show. Give him a good word.
I don't know if he's ever fucking done a show, man, but I'll tell him to check in with you guys.
We would appreciate that, man.
But he's been with me at every gathering. So that first one was just me and him, and then one girl that was working merch. But yeah, we got there early, man, and and nobody knew who I was, you know, and I'm walking around looking like an asshole.
In the paint, though, you're fresh.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you know, but yeah, I mean,
you fit in already, so
yeah,
I mean,
you fit in, bro.
That was nice. It is nice, yeah. To more so than at the comedy store in LA or something, you know. I fit in. So it was, we got to walk around a little bit and fuck around a little bit, and then I'm thinking that like I had actually met Joe Bruce and Rob Bruce and they brought a crew out to see me in Detroit just a couple weeks before the gathering. I was already booked on it. And I said, I'm doing a show in Detroit, and I just put it out there. And then sure as shit, these guys showed up. I'm playing a little dive bar up in Detroit, a place called PJ's. And yeah, man, Psychopathic shows up mob deep. They're all fucking 6 feet and fucking 250 pounds. They're all huge dudes, fucking with these sparkling hatchet men everywhere. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Were they painted?
No, but no. But in that crowd, you knew, man. In that crowd, you knew that they were. It looked like, you know, they were definitely down with the clowns. But they, luckily, man, that night they saw me kill a regular scrappy ass show that I do. I mean, you know, like I'm saying, like my best nights over my career have been at shitty dive bars, you know, where I never give a fuck, man. Like I'm always laughing last. It's always fun for me.
Real. That's authentic. Right. Juggalos like authenticity.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Realness.
Yeah. Thanks, man. So yeah, dude, when I saw Violent J fucking, you know, paying attention the whole time, wiping tears away, laughing at shit, and like, I'm like, damn, man. And then we talked on the phone the next day, and we've been friends ever since. So it's it was really just like a sweet organic fucking story that, like, you know, I wasn't hounding these guys, that they had to know what I was up to. And obviously, you know, they weren't looking for something just like me, because obviously I don't know what the fuck you'd look for like that.
But I think it was meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just meant for this marriage of Clownvis and Clown. There's
only so many clowns that don't give a fuck. And after a while, we'll all find each other, you know?
Real shit, though. I think it's dope.
Coexist so well.
Were you at the Comedy Store in particular?
Yeah, I did that for years. I had my own show at the Improv monthly, and then I was doing weekly shows at the Improv, and then Comedy Store at least once a month.
Wow.
All that. I was in LA for 5 years, pretty much only doing comedy, and I didn't even mean to. I'm not a fucking comic. Same thing with getting into comedy. I never, you know, I got into that because I had just done America's Got Talent right when I moved to LA. Yep. And my buddy that I met out there, he goes, well, you could do the comedy clubs because you were on America's Got Talent. I go, I'm not a comedian, you know, and we went into these places and they're rigid as fuck out there. It ain't like the Midwest, you know, dirty carpet places. I mean, they're more like fucking, and it's like these people, these LA people living and dying to get stage time in this game that I just wasn't fucking playing. But like, everybody plugged me in on every show, man, because I was a weird wild card, you know? So like I did shows with all my favorite comedians, some of the biggest comedians I've ever fucking heard of. And it's all like, I just cheated my way in, you know what I'm saying?
You referred to yourself as a wild card. I think that's like a Juggalo trope. I think we're all wild cards.
Yeah.
That's why we fit in all together.
Yeah, man.
So well.
Joker's wild, man. I was thinking that last night, man, that like, yeah, every deck of card comes with 2 jokers, and you can fuck with them if you want, and if you don't want to fuck with them, just fucking take them out. And if you do fuck with them, guess what? Those cards can be anything, and there's only 2 of them, so they're special. It's not like you get 4 of them like every other card, but that card, those 2 cards are so fucking special because you could be with it. They could be anything you want.
That's a dope analogy. That was really
I just thought that. I'm glad you guys said that, man. I just thought that last night.
That's fresh as fuck. Clownvis dropping knowledge. Now, Clownvis, on this tip, it is Friday the 13th. Like, I gotta say, bro, last night we found out the news that Lisa Marie Presley passed away. While you're on the show on Friday the 13th, it just, I don't know, it just looks a little interesting.
Well, look, don't blame me, man. It's not my fault.
I'm not blaming you.
No,
I'm just saying it's interesting how the universe has had this happen on this date, no less.
Yeah, no, it is sad, man. And also, I don't know if you got, I don't know, R.I.P. definitely, man. I mean, I can't imagine what kind of life she lived, you know.
She was with Michael Jackson. I remember that was a huge thing.
And Nicolas Cage. Imagine being Elvis's kid and then marrying Michael Jackson, marrying Nicolas Cage.
That's some crazy dick, back to back, straight up. She was lit. She
understood and saw shit that none of us will ever see or understand or have to even process, you know. So
I'm gonna say it. Honorary Juggalo, honorary Juggalette, Lisa Marie Presley. I'm gonna say it.
I think she'd be down. Yeah, I think she'd be down.
I think so. I'm gonna be real. Oh, Clownvis, I think you could make that call, bro. Like, I think you could make the honorary calls. You know what I'm saying?
I will. I thank you. Thank you, man. I'll make her an honorary juggler. Well, no, shit, she's gone, man. You can't. She's dead. But you know what else is
Shangri-La? She in Shangri-La.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. You know, what else is crazy is that Evil Knievel's kid, Robbie Knievel, died today too, man. That's even maybe I wouldn't say a bigger influence than Elvis, but Evil Knievel is just as strong of an influence, man. I'm such an Evil Knievel fan because that's a guy that just was like, yeah, I could probably make that. Fuck it, give me $5,000. I'm gonna try to jump that thing. Like,
I did not know
how many buses is that? 35. Oh, I got that. That's simple.
Robbie Knievel, honorary Thuggalo, honorary Juggalo.
Yeah, hey, I could see him down. I could see him down with the family for sure, man. Damn. I could see him doing a stunt on a Thursday afternoon at the gathering, you know. But
damn, R.I.P. Robbie.
I got that Ouija Knievel crossover back.
Yo, Ouija Knievel, high as an eagle, like the eagle at the fucking Big Silver.
Yeah, remember that shit? That thing, man. I'll never forget.
Pure America right there. What was that though?
It's a fucking magic eagle, man. I don't know.
I know, man.
No.
It was the fetch because birds aren't real.
I was like, bro, this eagle's a juggalo, I guess. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Bro, what did you think about doing the wet t-shirt contest at the gathering? What was that experience?
Man, all right. Let me think. Because I did they had me doing a lot of things back to back, and I was really I had to stay in the zone and not party and not like, you know, because I was mainly trying not to lose my voice. The year before I lost my voice, because, you know, I mean, they'll have me starting at like, and I'm not complaining, I fucking love this, but they'll have me, you know, my first event I'll do at noon, I'll host something, and then I'll host something at 3, and then I'll host something at 6, and then I'll host something at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. or something, you know. So I got to like preserve myself. So I'm trying to remember the wet t-shirt contest. That was a frantic one, man. That went super. Okay, I remember it now. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Hey, I was watching. My horny ass was in the damn hay piles watching that shit.
What's the other one I'm getting confused with? Miss Juggalette, I guess.
Yeah, Miss Juggalette.
Okay, I did them both, so I'm getting confused. But wet t-shirt. There was two. I can't remember which ones, but there was 2 or 3 moments in both of those where I'm sitting there having the time of my life. I'm thinking it's fun. You know, I'm not trying to be a sleazeball. You know, I'm trying to play it up like, hey, this is fun. This is, you know, this isn't fucking Girls Gone Wild. This is like, you know, everybody's having fun because they want to. And then 2 or 3 times during both of the Miss Juggalette and wet t-shirt, I look around and I just see like everybody has their cell phones like this, you know, and I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm going on Pornhub because I'm just like right there, you know, I'm just like right there.
He's hitting them with that.
I'm going on some porn site, and you know, I swear to God, somebody told me the other night they seen me on something where the girl. Have you guys seen this? Where I think it was from the one where they had the kiddie pools, where the girl puts her panties inside of her.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Have you seen that on video?
I was in the tattoo line over there, so
I was watching. Yeah, I witnessed it.
I swear to God, I somehow was standing right behind that girl, and I missed that part. And then she did something else even crazier afterwards, but I can't remember what it was. But and then someone's like, "Yeah, she just ate her panties after they were inside of her." Yeah, I don't know, but somebody told me they did see that on a porn site, and I don't know.
People do be putting that shit on the hub. People do be recording and putting that shit over there.
My pants are on, so I'm not worried about anything, you know.
Oh, not Clownvis pants down.
You could tell I was. Hopefully, people could tell I was blushing, you know.
Oh, bro, Clownvis, I just gotta say, man, I said it before, but it's just so dope that you pulled up on the Thuggalo show, man. Like,
hell yeah!
I hit you up, kind of like, bro, let me just throw this into the ether. We've been having a lot of good karma lately, personally, all 3 of us. So I just was like throwing some like, yo, Clownvis is dope. He's down with the clown. He does a stream, you know what I'm saying? He does this shit. I'm like, bro, would you do this? And he was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you guys got some heat though, man. I mean, there's a lot of people when you put shit out there, and when you were asking me to be on the show, when you're promoting the show. I mean, you guys get some heat, man. You got a few numbers behind you. Seems like people are watching the show. You got some friends and family that are keeping an eye on it. That's cool.
Yeah, dead ass. Yeah. The family is everything, man. Shout out to all the Thuggalos watching the chat. We got 38 people live.
All 38
what up?
Right
Lucky
now.
38.
Hey, hell yeah. What's 17 plus 17? Is that 34? That don't work, do it.
That's math.
Damn,
Shit,
I don't know
man.
math. Clownvis.
That's 17 freaks. That's like 34 butt cheeks.
34 cheeks, baby.
There you go. Yes.
Clownvis, were you a good student in school?
Nah. No, I wasn't. I didn't act up, but I just didn't apply myself.
He was too busy in the back thinking about his future with the Juggalos.
I understood most of the shit they were saying, and I feel like I've retained a lot of knowledge. I feel like I'm good at trivia. I feel like a lot of the shit they taught me back then is still with me, but I wasn't good at math, and I was never in a million years going to do homework. I didn't do homework my entire school year, my whole entire school career. Never fucking once did I think about doing. I mean, as soon as school was over, plenty of things to worry about.
Yeah, I'm in school for this block of time. You have me now. Why you gonna have me doing some shit at home?
I never did a lick of homework. I would copy when I got to school the next day, or I'd just fill in numbers and hope they didn't look and shit. But I passed high school, but barely.
I just remember going home every day, and unfortunately, my dog had a hankering for fucking paper, and there was nothing I could do to stop him.
Right.
So,
what was you gonna do, man? Always got to eat.
Shout out that 2.0 grade GPA.
Hey man, as long as you
it's
pass.
1.7.
Oh, it's a 2.0. Okay.
Clownvis, I gotta ask this, man. Like, you do like, it's not Cameo, but on your own website, clownvis2therescue.com, you do like a cameo where you'll do like a happy birthday sort of thing, or a greeting.
Yeah.
What was the wildest one that a fan's had you do? Is there one that sticks out in particular as like more interesting or memorable?
Oh man, I've been doing those forever, and even before. Even before those came out of, I used to do live singing telegrams, and that goes all the way back to my early days as a Craigslist clown. I would just put it up on Craigslist like, yo, I'm an Elvis clown. I'll show up at your fucking wife's work and sing her song on her birthday. And I started blowing that up on Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day in St. Louis, where I'm from, I would book all day long, going to all these different businesses and restaurants and just everywhere, and popping in and singing. And probably the craziest thing that's happened from those is that in those days of the live ones, a couple times I got hired, and I didn't know till afterwards that people hired me because it was like an ex that hated clowns, and so they paid me, and that's happened on videos too. But I don't know the effect. I don't like I do when it was live, and I had to go up and I'm like, why is this girl freaking out? All her coworkers are clapping and loving it. Like, oh, this is so sweet. Her boyfriend said, and I'm there, Jeremy loves you very much with the guitar and the balloons. And this, these chicks with like horrified looks on their face. And and then I'd find out later, the guy, hey, how'd it go? Yeah, that's my ex-girlfriend. She fucking hates clowns, dude.
Wow.
And then I've done it too. They had me do that a couple times. Like a businessman would hire me to go to another businessman, like as just a fucking, I'm going to pay this fucking clown $75 to go and, fuck with Bill. And so I had to do that, where I'd go to a business guy and they're just like, no, stop, get out, stop. This isn't funny. Stop, get out. 99%
you made your money though.
Exactly. And 99% of the time, it was really a special thing. And these videos still are, and even, like I'm saying now with Cameo, it's a little more diluted and it's not quite as special. But the way I make those videos, man, I really try to make each one special and really gush about someone and in honor of someone else. Like it's coming from someone else and I'm just a good gusher. You know what I'm saying?
Clownvis, all the Thuggalos have been clamoring for Clownvis, dog. Bro, I gotta bring this guest we have tonight. Before we bring him on, Onsted, he's in the backstage area. This dude, fresh as fuck.
Oh, is this the magician?
Last doing some tarot readings for us on the show. Yes, we have a magician in the wings, Clownvis. We have a magician. Here he is, Riley the Pro Magician. This dude, you got to look him up. Riley the Pro Magician.
Yeah. Hey, what up, Riley?
Hey.
What's up?
You
guys hear me?
Yes, you sound great.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
All right. Nice.
You have several videos online that have like 1 million views, 3 million views, 2 million views, bro. You're popping on there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, bro. Of course, on the Thuggalo Show, Riley the Pro Magician. How long have you been doing magic, bro?
16 years.
Jeez.
That's lit as fuck. Well, we got Clownvis on the panel tonight, bro. You got a trick for Clownvis?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to have to adjust the camera so you can see the table. This is kind of a mind-reading mentalism piece here. Hopefully. I got to go lower here.
I like that Houdini shirt, player.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Okay, hopefully. I can't even see myself on the screen, so I'm trying my best here. So I got so it's the Thuggalo show. I got some Faygo, but it's underneath here, okay?
Okay.
I'm just going to sit this on the corner of the table, all right? And then I've got a bunch of different flavors here. I got like black cherry, pineapple,
how do we know
orange.
it's a Faygo up under that rug, though, player? Yeah, you ain't show the salt. You know what I'm saying?
This is my prediction of the future, all right?
Okay, understand.
You'll see. I'm just showing you different flavors, all right? You got cotton candy, we got peach, fruit punch, all right? So I'm just going to put these down wherever. Hopefully you can see it. All right. I need a volunteer. I guess Clownvis, can you help me out?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Just name, since there's 6 cards, just name a number 1 through 6. Almost drunk this.
3.
3?
Yeah.
3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to push that card forward. You could have picked any of these flavors here. And I'm also going to put the, this is the prediction that's been in the corner. So you picked cotton candy flavor, right?
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, shit.
Whoop, whoop. All right. So this has been here. There's not a bunch of Faygos everywhere. Underneath the towel, you got the cotton candy.
Damn.
That's my favorite flavor.
Yeah.
This thing's got 66 grams of sugar.
Hell yeah.
Plug it all in one go.
Yeah, you got to.
It was hard to find.
Clownvis, do you have a favorite Faygo flavor?
Well, cotton candy. Hell yeah. That's
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
I mean, when
Perfect.
if I can find it, it's cotton candy. Yeah, that's what I like, man.
That's perfect.
Riley, I know you live in
That's
Cali.
sick.
Faygo's a little scarce out there, but do you have a favorite flavor? Have you ever had Faygo enough to have a favorite?
Honestly, I'm going to try this later on for the first time. I haven't drank soda live right now.
Yeah,
I could do it.
Live
Yeah, let's
review,
do it.
bro.
Live review. I haven't
Never had
soda, right?
before.
Now don't pull
Riley,
out
I haven't had
the
soda in
pineapple,
10
bro.
years.
You put
Oh.
the
10 years. Wow.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Take a shower.
Shake it up.
Yeah.
Take a shower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Juggalo as fuck.
Whew. I was walking around with it for like an hour, so it got shook up, I guess. Whatever.
That's
Let's
the
do
only
it.
way, dog.
It's a good flavor to drink, I'll say. Oh, man. A lot of shit.
Wow.
Okay. He feeling it.
Back for seconds.
Definitely
I
cotton
like it.
candy, right?
It
Got
tastes
that
like
flavor.
real cotton candy.
Yeah.
It's like they
yeah.
liquefied it.
Hey, can I
Yes.
show Riley? Can I show Riley a magic trick real quick?
Sure, let's see
Of
it.
course.
Yeah,
Just
let's do it.
because I
I need
do
to
have
clean
a this. You've probably never seen anything like this, Riley. This
All
is
right.
this is a real magic wand, not one of
All
them
right.
phony ones you'd buy at one of them hack magic shops. This is a real ass magic wand, kind of like what Harry Potter uses, but this is a more bigger. All right, you ready? What I'm gonna do here is I forget the setup, but watch.
Flour.
Hey!
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's romantic.
And
right
then
there.
then you just tuck it back in there, and you could do it again next time.
Nice.
That's a
We're gonna
magician.
cut that part
That's a
out.
classic.
Oh, yeah. Riley, do you
Can't
got
give away
another
the secret.
You got another trick
Can't,
here?
yeah.
Yeah, I got another trick here. I did spill everywhere, but it's fine.
Hey, that's kind of on brand.
That's
for
in the
this podcast.
spirit, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. You know what? After that Faygo, I might actually need a little glue.
Sniff it.
Riley, don't do that.
Let's do it.
Clownvis is like
Riley.
his angry father.
All right.
Oh my
Got some
god.
cotton candy right there. All right. I need another.
I did not know that was
Another
gonna happen.
volunteer. Okay, another volunteer. I need someone to help me out with this one.
Elixir. Let's see Elixir
All right.
on this.
All right, so I got a deck of cards here. They're all different. There might be some duplicates because this is just a junk deck of cards here, but okay, I'm going to go like this. You tell me when to stop because this is the only way I can get you to pick a card, you know?
All right.
Ready? Go.
Stop.
Right there? Okay, I'm going to push that card forward like that. trying to get in the camera there. I'll take the card. If I just rip a piece off, watch. It vanishes. It's gone, right? Well, I have my keys right here. I'm going to bite this again so I don't touch anything. Right here. I've got my keys. There's one piece right here. We're going to line it up.
No,
we're going to try to line it up here.
Can't be.
Get out of here.
Damn. Look at that. The cut matches. The
same
matches.
Magic.
Absolutely.
It happened.
You got anything else, bro?
I mean, I could try some other quick one, or you tell me when to stop, but I'll have to look away.
Let's get one more if you can.
All right. I'm going to look away, but you're going to pick a card just like what I just did. Just someone tell me when to stop. Wait, hold on. Make sure I'm... Okay, ready, go.
Stop.
Right there? Okay. Memorize this card. Do you see it?
Got you.
All right, I'm going to put it away. I'll put the other cards on top. I'll even mix them up. Doesn't matter. All right. I looked away. There's no mirrors. Okay. What I want you to do is just think of that card, okay? You're focused. It's happening. 8 of Hearts.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes or yes?
In my mind. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
But you need to stay out of there. There's some bad things here.
Uh-oh.
Damn, bro.
Twisted thoughts.
Riley, bro, thank you, Riley. That was great, man.
Thank you.
Damn.
Riley.
And I had my first Fago. Oh, sorry, what?
That was dope. Riley, where can people find you online, bro, to follow you and see your YouTube channel and see other tricks?
My YouTube channel is Riley Pro Magician. Got a bunch of clips up there. I'm going to be putting up a lot of like shorts type videos because that's the new content, I guess, these days. So you can check me out there. Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Riley, thank you for joining the show. I'd love to have you come back on and maybe do some more tricks. Thank you and have a great night.
For sure. Thank you. Yeah, you guys have a good night. Nice.
Good job, Riley.
Whoa.
Got to get some tigers, work in some tigers into the act. That's what I would do.
Right.
Maybe some magnets. My little Juggalo brain might not understand how they work necessarily, but if we incorporate some tricks, you know, maybe I could be swayed.
Yo, man, that's what everybody that doesn't know shit about ICP says. And it's like, motherfucker, you tell me how magnets actually work, Mr. Know-It-All. Nobody fucking knows, man.
And I don't want to talk to those scientists because them motherfuckers be lying.
And getting me pissed. Right.
You know what I'm
saying? Riley, thank you for joining, man. I'd love to have you come back. So, Riley the Pro Magician, everyone. Great tricks.
Not bad.
Great job.
Yeah, that's what the Thuggalo show is all about. A variety show. Clownvis, like, you pretty much do a variety show. Like, it's like Pee-wee's Playhouse over there.
I try to mix it up, you know, as long as you got another bit to land on, then you can't really fail. Because even if something does fail or people start getting restless, it's like, you know, you're moving on to something completely different that's hopefully not unexpected, unless you've seen my act too many times. But I mean, hopefully you just, I figure weird is good, you know, weird and unexpected is good.
And you got 2 other, you know, co-hosts that you can bounce things off of with Squeeb and fucking
that helps.
Yeah.
Brainina 95. Yeah. To have an alien and a robot girl.
And a robot. Nobody else has fucking robots, you know, and
that's
aliens.
What I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I can't lose.
Hell yeah. Clownvis, you've probably talked about this ad nauseum, but I'm very interested. What was the experience like being on America's Got Talent when you were on there?
It was all good for me, man. It was all good for me. Thank you to this comment I'm looking at here. Clownvis killed it in Detroit. Thank you.
Nice.
What's up, Kenny?
America's Got Talent was cool for me, man. I didn't want to do it. I don't know if you've heard me talk about the story or not, but they got producers that call and kind of not hound, but if you don't want to do it, they hound you. They don't, like producer. It's a producer's job for that show to find talent in every city, you know. And like if they find something good, then they get rewarded, I guess. So this was early on in that show. I think I was on maybe the 4th or 5th season. But the season before that, or a couple seasons before that, some friends of mine had went on there. And they were 2 girls that do like this tandem pole dancing thing, you know, really acrobatic and really cool. But that show made them look like they they called them fat and they called them donuts, and they added squeaky sounds to their pole, and they put them in a montage with other tragic kind of strippers and stuff.
Damn.
And it was, and you know, if you remember, that show was so much more mean back then. The world is a nicer place now, honestly.
Right.
But like they at first, that show was like the judges were supposed to be evil and mean, and they were like just there to crush dreams. So I didn't want to do it. I didn't give a shit, man. I'd never seen the show, but they started calling me, and then they had a lady call me that kind of was sweet talking to me, I guess, or something. But they go, you know, it's a private audition. You just come to this hotel. I said, all right, fine. And so I did it with my 2 bodyguard guys, and I sang Viva Las Vegas, and we did a little quick routine in 90 seconds. And they're like, you're in. It's good. We're going to fast track you, or it'll film in Chicago in a month. I go, okay, cool. And then they called me about 2 weeks before that Chicago thing, and they're like, you can't do any Elvis songs, so you got to do another song. So I said, all right. And I gave them 2 original songs. I don't remember which ones, but Jesus Christ Eating on a Chicken Wing and something else. Baracos Tacos, I think. And they said, they go, no originals. They go, just pick another popular song. And I'm thinking, like, fuck you guys, man. Like, if I'm gonna an Elvis clown that sings the Matchbox 20 song, and nobody gives a shit, man. Like, it's not what I do. So that's why I came up with Old MacDonald Had a Farm. I was like, what is the most fucking, you know, common law, regular ass song that, like, I'm basically saying F you by doing. But even still, I had that 90 seconds of singing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. And I had a few gimmicks I was going to pull out and a few gimmicks that my guys were going to do. But luckily, we never even got to that shit on the air. They just X'd me out right away. So I didn't even have a chance to look bad, you know.
Whack, man.
They completely didn't even give you a chance. I rewatched it on YouTube, and
they wanted your gimmick, but they didn't want you to pay, or they didn't want to pay for the fucking copyright.
Yeah. But like Clownvis was saying, that was a different time in the late early 2000s, kind of, when like that culture wasn't completely coddling everyone yet. They would still roast people.
No, they wanted cowl. They wanted you. They and it was clear because everybody else was doing flips and walking on their hands and hula hooping with fire, and I'm just like, I'm just, you know, kind of a drunk clown that was singing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. I get that I wasn't the best, but I didn't want to be there. I didn't ask to be there. You know, you guys invited me. So they told us backstage, though, they said, if you have anything to say, leave it on stage. You know, if you don't like the judges, they somehow gave us all in a cattle call type situation. They told us all that, like, to leave it all on the stage. If you don't like something, let the judges know. Don't be afraid to use your microphone to interact. And I just took that as like, okay, I could just roast them, which me and my 2 buddies that are on there with me had been doing since the very first time. Because we're like, if this doesn't work out, this is Ozzy Osbourne's wife. Who gives a shit? Like, you know, who gives it? And it's like some British guy that we've never heard of. It's Howie Mandel, who, he's not going to stop me from getting a gig. He's not going to stop me from getting booked at the shitty dive bars that I'm getting booked at, you know, like, so it was, we had all these, like, kind of, you know, little roasts and jokes that I had in my back pocket that I didn't even think I would have to use, because I thought maybe they would like me. Maybe there's a chance they'd like me, or they'd want to see what else I could do, or maybe they would just say no thanks. But I really didn't think they would get so vicious. But then I was just having fun with it, man, just being able to just roast them all a little bit and get some. I never expected an F-bomb. I'm the only clown that's ever been told to fuck off twice on mainstream TV. So that's cool.
Interesting. That is interesting.
That's a resident item.
Prime time. Yeah.
Right. So last week we had the homies Wicked Wood on.
Yeah.
And you did a track with them on their self-titled album called This Is a Tribute, and I mean, that song goes hard. And I know the homie Androponics just said in chat not too long ago that you killed it on that track.
Oh, so, thank you, man.
Did they approach you with that, and what was that like?
Those guys have been coming around to my merch booth since the first gathering, and just being nice to me and being friendly with me. You know, I mean, just I feel like I just knew who they were. I was on their radar because they were fucking with me early on, you know. So I liked them just for that. And they yeah, they hit me up. And I liked the challenge of it, you know, because I don't consider myself a real studio engineer. Definitely don't consider myself a hip hop artist, but like, I feel like I feel like I have the technology within my studio that I should be able to jump on a track should that opportunity arise. So when they asked me, I go, fuck yeah, man, let me see if I can't make it work. And if it wouldn't have worked out, then it would have been, no shame. Hopefully they just would have left it off the thing, but it did work out. I feel like it came out real well too, man. And yeah, I got their CD, man. I was listening to that in the van. It's a banger, man. The whole thing sounds good.
Oh yeah.
So.
Facts.
Onsted, can we get into some trash or fire? What is this week's trash or fire?
So every week, Clownvis, we do this little thing called trash or fire, and we're just gonna hop into it real quick with a quick video, and it's pretty much self-explanatory after that.
Right.
This week's trash or fire. Kind of shitty transition right there. This week's trash or fire is fucking horror movies. Since it's Friday the 13th, we're gonna keep a little spooky vibe, I guess. So yeah, horror movies, trash or fire.
Oh, did you play the clip of the damn horror movie clip,
And it stopped, yeah, and it stopped.
Ah, damn! But it's a Juggalo production, Clownvis. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro? At the end of the day, my phone's on the damn bookshelf. You know what I'm saying?
I know, man. No, but it's all good.
Clownvis, how do you feel about horror movies? It is Friday, being that it is Friday the 13th. Are they trash?
You know, I'll be honest with you, man, and this is so fucked up because I think about this all the time. Growing up, I loved horror movies, and I rented everything that fucking Blockbuster and all the family videos and stuff had to rent. You know, every horror movie that came out in the 80s and 90s. It's like I've rented, I've watched, I spent the night with, I loved. But now I don't watch shit for horror movies, and it's only because I don't like jump scares. I don't like when shit's very quiet and then it gets loud. That just like it takes me out of it. So every time I'm like, okay, this new horror movie looks bomb, I'm gonna watch it because I know I would like it. And I turn it on, and then I say, fuck this, I'm gonna watch Anchorman, and I take it off and I just put on something funny. I put on MacGruber or something that like I can fall asleep to, you know what I mean? Because I don't like when things are very quiet and then very loud. That bums me out. So
I agree.
But I love, you know, if you say Evil Dead, you know, or if you say Basket Case, or like, all these Reanimator or all those old movies, I fucking love them and I watched them, but I don't know if that I would watch them again right now, man, you know.
See, I think Juggalo with GoPro right here said it's the best. The early 90s and 80s movies were the best of
probably. Pills, like
exactly. Those are the best of the genre, and then we get up to nowadays, and like you said, it's a lot of jump scares.
And psychological thrillers and stuff. I don't want to be too psychologically thrilled.
I want to think when I'm watching a movie.
I don't want it to be too real. That's what I've never seen. What are like the Jordan Peele movies? I've never seen Nope or any of those. But I'd imagine I don't really. Yeah, I don't want to be scared. You know, I like the idea of a Frankenstein or a Dracula or something, but I don't want to be actually.
I don't like horror. Like particularly, man, like horror that kind of makes you uncomfortable too. Sometimes it just.
I know that big one. What's the big one now? Terrifier 2. I haven't seen that, but it sounds like, I mean, that's such a hit because it's like a unwatchable gore fest, which is cool. If you're, you know, I'm an old man now. You know, we've grown up. When I was younger, maybe I would have liked it.
Hell yeah. Right. I'm gonna vote fire. So my vote goes to fire. Love Jason Voorhees. Bro.
I'm going to say fire. If I have to vote, I'm going to say fire because I do horror conventions. I still love the aesthetic. I still wear fucking horror movie t-shirts and shit. I just don't watch them at night.
Shout out Aston in the chat. Yeah.
I'm going to say fire as well because solely based on the first time I seen Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Yeah.
6-7 years old. I actually lived on Elm Street.
Oh and shit!
Hell yeah!
It scared me fucking shitless, bro.
I bet, man.
Like, so just based on that, I'm gonna say fire.
Yo, before we continue, Onsted, you're about to say whether you think it's trash or fire. We're gonna do things a little differently this week. We have a page of the week backstage right now, and I think we should play the page of the week graphic. and we should bring him on and see what he thinks about horror movies, whether they're trash or fire.
I agree with this segment.
Let's see. Let's see.
Clownvis, you got a couple more minutes to stick around?
Yeah. I'm down. I'm down.
Okay. Who's the page?
All right, so
this
week's page of the week is super fucking special, guys, and I'm not gonna sit here and fucking blab about it anymore. So let's just get right into it.
We talking that blase
page
blah.
Of the fucking week is talking to blase blah with this fucking Zanny in his foreskin, the motherfucking man himself. Golden BSP.
Well, no, he's not in the building. There is no way Golden BSP pulled up on the Thuggalo
show.
Shit. Golden BSP, dog.
What's up, boys?
What's up, player?
Okay.
Pony?
Yo, Pony pulled up on the Thuggalo show. You just dropped an album with Ouija Mac last Friday. Hideous.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, man. What do you think about the album? It's been a week since it's been released. What do you think?
I'm stoked on it. I just hope everybody else is as happy with it as I am.
I've seen good reviews, man. I've seen people raving about it, man. You in particular, dog. I only know you by name because of what I've seen people say about you, man.
Yeah, I'm stoked on it. Went to LA and shot a couple videos. It was pretty dope.
Oh man, the Tippy Toe video with the visuals was so fresh that you guys just got that video out there that quick too. Hell yeah.
Sir.
Speaking on that video real quick, there is over 16,000 views on that video in 2 fucking days.
Burn it up, man.
That's Juggalo. That's Juggalo movement.
Hell
Golden BSP, you're the page of the week, man. Every week we bring on a Juggalo in the community. And you're a Juggalo. I feel like you probably didn't know it for a long time though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I used to hang out with a lot of Juggalos when I first started coming up. And I never like wore the face paint or anything, but they always told me, they're like, you're a Juggalo. You just don't know it yet.
What was your first experience with ICP?
My first experience with ICP?
Yeah, like when you first would have discovered them, I guess.
I was with my buddy skateboarding, and his mom picked us up. She owned like a skateboard shop, and she put it on.
Nice.
It was the dating. She put on the dating game, I think it's called.
Of course.
The Ned game, yeah.
The Ned game, yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's almost like everybody's first like real introduction to the clown.
Yeah, that one's great. You got the hideous shirt on right now.
Hey, yes.
I got the mug too, player.
Damn.
Yeah. We have you on it around here.
Hell yeah.
Goldie, yesterday you hit me up like, bro, today's Friday, right? I was like, no, today's Thursday, dog.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, my bad, dog. But I'm glad you made it, man. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Get the days mixed up.
Where you just dropped this album with Ouija, what is it about the Juggalo community that you've seen since the album release that like you really like? Is there something that you're like, damn, I just love how this community embraces their own?
Oh, I've always known it. Like,
right.
I've been to tons of shows. I've like seen like firsthand like how Juggalos embrace each other and just like rock out. They'll be at every single event. They're telling all their homies about it. That's the cool thing about it, is like they're just so like supportive. It feels like, you know what I mean? Like,
I saw you talking with Blind Fury, an interview you did about 2 years ago, talking about the Juggalo community and how much respect you have for it.
Hell yeah, exactly.
Shout out Blind Fury. I'd love to have him on.
Big shout out Blind Fury. That man can put some fucking freestyles down.
But but Goldie, before you came on the screen, player, we were chopping it up with Clownvis about horror movies, whether we think that they're trash or fire. What's your stance on horror movies on this Friday the 13th evening?
I love horror movies.
You got a favorite?
I love all movies.
You got a favorite horror movie? Yeah.
I would say probably like the one that scared me the most to date when I was a kid was The Grudge. When I was a kid, that shit fucking.
I don't know that one.
Is that the bitch?
You don't know Grudge, Clownvis?
Calling out the damn wishing well?
Nah,
no, it's pretty much
scary for me.
It came out at the same time as The Ring, but it's like
The Ring.
Okay.
It came out like around the same time.
Okay, mid 2000s.
But it's like based in Asia somewhere, and it's just fuck, man. It fucked me up. as a kid. I that shit haunted me.
Would you say it's hideous, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, the chick is hideous for sure.
For real. Clownvis, we still have you on the panel. Do you have a favorite horror movie in particular?
I do, for sure, man. Return of the Living Dead 3.
OG.
With the chick,
OG.
you know, with the chick that like has to like put glass in herself to not want to eat people. It's all the Return of the Living Dead's not Night of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Dead are like the punk rock kind of ones, and the third one in particular, yeah, the chick like finds out that she can satiate her appetite for brains by like putting needles and glass in her skin, so she like Pinhead style, just like puts shit all through herself so she doesn't have to eat people. And that actually
with you right there.
Scared me, and it was cool.
Zombies.
I love zombies. I love them in when it pertains to nuclear waste and shit. You know, I love that.
Hell yeah. BSP, we got you up on here. You're the page of the week. I gotta ask, bro. But BSP stands for Buckskin Pony, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Were you at peak Buckskin Pony yesterday when you thought it was Friday?
I actually was not at peak Buckskin Pony.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, not quite.
No, I was. I don't know. I just skipped a day somehow.
Nah, man, it's understandable, player. It's understandable, man. It's a miracle any of us made it here tonight and knew what time it was.
Right?
Real shit, Clownvis. Hell yeah. But Goldie, bro, I gotta say, man, how did you link up with Ouija? Like, is this like way back? Have y'all had some of these songs in the can for a long time, or is this all new? Like, what's this? Tell me about
album. The album itself, we probably have been working on it for like over a year, maybe even like a year and a half, maybe.
Nice.
We were both, or he hit me up, like I kept getting messages saying, yo, you got to work with Ouija Mac. You got to work with Ouija Mac. And I was like, yeah, tell him to hit me up, like telling them to like message him and let him know. And then he hit me up and was like, yo, everybody's saying we gotta make some tracks, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, yeah, let's get it. And then we made like a track each. He got on one of mine, I got on one of his, and then we're like, let's just jam out an album. And we smashed out like 5 or 6 tracks really fast, and then took like a little hiatus, and it was just more plugging away slowly after that. And then
hell
yeah, it wasn't like we weren't both like mega like we need to get this done. We kind of just like chipped away at it for a while until it was like, okay, we gotta wrap this.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Because like you got Mercules, a Stomp Down Killers, Canadian legend.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's my boy.
Yeah, Mercules. Shout out Mercules. Triz is on that bitch.
Yeah.
Petty Boy Osley. Who else am I missing? Easy Mac. Getting the Easy Mac collab was
Easy Mac collab
for the community.
Yeah, and that one was the very last song because like we had everything else done, and then I'm like, let's just jam. Mac was on. He was like in like Dubai or something, and he was like
in the Emirates, as he says on the track.
Yeah, I was like, can you record? And he's like, I'm going to Turkey in a few weeks, so yeah, I can do it. And his vocals were like pretty butchered when they came through, so we had to like really juice them to make it work, because it was like, I don't know, he couldn't, like the guy who was recording him didn't speak English, so he like couldn't really explain like what he was wanting, but it worked out. It sounds good.
That song is so hard. That
one was just for the culture, because everybody wanted that one, and it's doing the best right now.
The boys.
For me, the album just kind of blew me away, for real. Like at this point in time, like the first release of an album, I've kind of moved on from it just because I've heard it so long. But Scandia, dude, I still listen. It's still on daily playlist for me. Scandia. Yeah, like those first 3 tracks, man. Well, after the intro, that is. Yeah, Scandia, Wallet, and Shinobi. Like all 3 of those, like your verse on Shinobi in particular is so fucking hard, dude. I love it so much.
Yeah, thanks,
and
man.
So obviously we also have Cinnabon, which has Hex on it. Was he like? Did you guys do that like in person, or was that all done over like sending files?
Actually, we were. I recorded. We made that Cinnabon song at Ricky Hill's studio. Me and Ouija, and Ricky Hill was on the song, but then he was just not feeling it, so he hopped off the song, and then we just got Hex on after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was like a happy coincidence that we got that collab then.
Yeah. It was like that was like I was like, or yeah, he was like, yeah, Ricky's not feeling the song, so I was like, toss your boy Hex on it.
Hex is the bomb, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's fire.
Shout out, big homie.
Clownvis, while we got Goldie on the line, I think it's interesting that I tell you one of the lyrics from one of these songs that Pony spit that I think is one of the freshest bars ever in the history of rap history. You know what I'm saying? Clownvis, what do you think of this bar right here? And Goldie, correct me if I say anything incorrectly, okay? Yeah, it's Pony. Your bitch call me Pony. When I board the plane, I put the Zanny in my foreskin. Woo!
Damn, took a left turn at the end, man.
You didn't know where I was going.
Damn, I thought for sure you were going to say Zamboni. I go, okay, here comes Zamboni. Damn,
bro,
got me.
Not BSP, man.
Love it, homie. I love it.
Yeah.
That's like the most Juggalo line I've heard in a long fucking time.
Have you ever actually done that, Golden BSP? Have you ever actually put the Zanny in your foreskin?
That's actually my homie. That's like a thing my homie did. That guy I shout out in that song too, like Chevy. I shout him out. That's like he would do that.
What's it melted? It melts in there or what?
No, it's just so he could like smuggle it on the plane.
Oh, that's the stash.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying like sometimes you put it under your you put it on your tongue so it works faster or something. You know, like
because nobody's gonna like they might stick a finger in your butt, but who's gonna roll back your foreskin?
Yeah, you're gonna
That's what I thought.
A nice little sweater vest around your dick is the foreskin, and you can just kind of pop that boy right up in there in the tuck. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Even on I'm thinking like if you got like X-rayed and shit, they would just think that's part of your dick too.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah,
it's the cheese.
You got some kind of growth there.
Just a little cheese around the rim.
Real quick, just for all
I'm not
references.
suggesting anybody does that, but I mean, if you really need to.
Hey,
I thought the
FBI
show had to ask. The Thuggalo show needed to know the story origins of that. We just had.
Yeah.
So thank you for telling us that, brother. Thank you.
Well, my buddy would stick mad things in his foreskin. It was like his thing.
Hell yeah.
He'd like walk into a room with like a lighter stuck in his foreskin and be like, "Anybody need a light?"
That's family shit, right there.
I want to take a moment to shout out the chat. Golden BSP and Clownvis. We have 47 people watching live.
Let's go.
Wakanda, Illegal, Chipper Nightshade. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Chipper Nightshade.
Happy birthday, Chipper.
Acetone, D. Ryder. I see Androponics. Thank you to everyone. Golden BSP. I got to ask you this, man. What's next for your career, man? What's the next move?
I'm just gotta just keep shitting tunes out. Just trying to finish tunes and keep them going.
Homie, where are you from?
Vancouver, BC.
Ah, cool. I love it up there, man. I love Vancouver.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice out here for sure.
Is it easy for you to get over to the States, or is it kind of a bitch to get over here?
I mean, I can do it. I just am very paranoid.
Yeah.
So like when I go, I make sure it's like for a very good reason.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm
not like making trips out all the time just for fun. It's like gives me mad anxiety.
Yeah, I hate crossing the border, man. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, what about, will we ever see Golden BSP at a gathering anytime soon?
Man, I'm trying to go. ICP just followed me back, so maybe they'll.
Hey, me too.
But I'm like, I don't know how to do it. I'm like I don't want to annoy them or anything, but I almost want to like be like, yo, you guys blast their fucking page and tell them to like
We will.
Or you know what I mean? But I don't want to be annoying, but at the same time, maybe they know how
we will.
I get asked like every day I get asked to go. So
man. We need
there you
that.
heard it first.
We need it.
Goldie for fucking main stage gathering 2023.
Yeah,
right
I would love it.
But Goldie, on this tip, no pun intended to the tip of the foreskin earlier, but on this tip, I know you know about Juggalo, Ohio coming up very soon. Could you possibly be the mystery guest at Juggalo, Ohio? Possibly.
I regret to inform you, I'm not.
No, man. I hope you're lying and you pull up anyway.
Right.
With the Zanny and the foreskin at John Glenn Airport, they won't see us. Golden BSP, I want to thank you for your time. We're gonna let you go, man, and I hope to have you back on the show someday if you're
man.
Any fucking time, man.
It was fun, bro.
Hell yeah, player.
Where can people find you? Yeah, thank you. Where can people find you online, Goldie, Pony Boy?
Golden BSP, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I don't got Twitter. My Snapchat,
I saw you
Golden
didn't have
BSP.
Twitter.
It's just Golden BSP across the map.
Excellent,
I think
man.
my TikTok might be something else, but I'm not really flexing on TikTok that much.
I feel that, dog. Thank you for your time. You have been the page of the week. Golden BSP, everyone.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks for the stop by, man.
Thank you, Goldie.
Yeah, boys.
Cheers, buddy.
I don't know how to log out, so it might take me a minute.
Just throw your phone out the window.
Hey, one more thing. Hey, one more thing. Are you a Thuggalo? Would you consider yourself a Thuggalo?
I think so.
Hey!
Yeah. Let's go.
It's good enough for us.
Thank you, man.
Yo.
Be safe. Whoop,
Hell yeah,
whoop.
brothers.
Whoop, whoop.
Cheers. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop,
Hell
whoop.
yeah. The Thuggalo.
Surprise!
Cool
No one
surprise.
thought, hey, Clownvis, nobody knew that was going to happen. We didn't promote that Goldie was going to be on the show. We just kind of was like, hey.
I swear, I was just reading comments. He got good reviews from the comments on when Ouija was posting that shit, man. People think that he's the kind of the star there of that track, man. They love him.
Have you checked out the album in any capacity, Clownvis?
No, not the brand new one, man. I haven't heard it yet.
I urge you to take a listen, man. I don't think you'll be upset with it.
I swear to God, I try to keep up with Ouija Mac. It's hard. He puts out an album every Tuesday, man. It's hard.
You really do. There's
most prolific Juggalo, man. Yeah.
Yeah, draw.
No, he's the bomb. He's got to be the nicest guy in the world, man. Yo, I spent some time on the road with him, and he was one of my very first friends in the Juggalo world, and he was one of the first guys that was just, nice to me when the show was over the next day. Then, when shit got slow, and he was my buddy, man. So Ouija's the bomb. I'll always have so much love for Ouija.
Well, hopefully you have more things to say about Ouija. Elixir, do you have a word association list for Clownvis that we can run through?
Yeah, definitely.
Clownvis, you know how it works, right?
Yeah,
you know
right.
Yeah, okay,
I say whatever I think, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the first one, of course, is the Duke of the Wicked, Violent J.
Godfather is what I would say.
That's real. That's real shit. I mean, none of us are in this chat right now without Violent J.
I'd say, because as far as motherfuckers that I could look up to, and believe me, I'm trying to find people in this world that I can just straight up look up to, and it's I don't mean to be cocky by saying this, man, but I feel like most people in the world let me down, man, but he's a motherfucker that I can look up to. He's a Godfather type of dude,
No, he really is. Well said.
Yeah, that's a great one. I got one. How about we talked about him a little bit earlier. What about Mr. Sean Barrett, Uncle Jeffy himself?
That's the word associated there would be brother. If there's me and Sean have said this about each other, man. Like I don't understand how you can just make a friend that all of a sudden feels like a brother. And out of all the years I lived in LA, I made one fucking friend, and it was Sean Barrett. And he's a guy now that, we live 2,000 miles apart, and we still text and chat at least every other day. But he's the kind of guy that, 5-6 times a year, we fly out, we meet each other somewhere. He fucks with me when I go out on the road and I can afford to have him around for something fun, or he's got something going on. We can get out there, and we just pick right up, man. He's a brother. The brother is the word.
He's always wearing your merch. I like that he always wears a Clownvis shirt or the trucker hat, and I'm like, damn, I need to get that trucker hat myself.
Yeah, man. He's I would go to the grave saying good things about Sean Barrett. He's my favorite guy in the world.
I would love to have him on the show someday. Absolutely.
Funny motherfucker.
I'll tell him to do it, man. I'll see what he does. But he always jokes about how he would never do a podcast and stuff. But I think maybe he would.
It's a meme, bro. Podcasts like, oh, it's just a bunch of white straight men.
Yeah,
yeah, like it's the meme. But like, bro, Sean, I think would have.
We're just bullshitting. It's not really an interview.
Right.
We have.
All right, so yeah, we did the Duke. So now it's for the Southwest Strangler, Shaggy 2 Dope.
The fucking court jester, man. Court jester is what I would say. We're talking about a fucking Joker card. That's Shaggy, man. On the road, the motherfucker is just looks for fun, lives for fun, and you see it online too. You see it on his personality everywhere, man. He's a motherfucker that just, I mean, the shit he comes out with, you know, I mean, through the whole, you know, the Palcast shit and the creep show thing that he was doing, and now we got the Shaggy show to look forward to. He lives that shit 24/7, man. Listen to this. We were in where the fuck were we? I don't know, maybe Denver or maybe some other place in Ohio, in Colorado, and I went to this shop across the street, right? This old resale shop. I bought a big tiger painting, a black velvet painting of a tiger. I came back. Shaggy says, he's like, "Oh man, what is that?" I go, "Oh, it's a painting of a tiger." I found it at the shop across the street. He goes, "Oh man, the only thing I found today was a dead goose." And I said, "Oh, that's fucked up, man. What'd you do with the dead goose?" He goes, "Yo, check it out, man. I put it in that box right over there. I'm gonna wait till somebody opens it." So outside of their 18-wheeler, they had all their shit, all their stage shit in there. All the merch tubs were lined up, and he just fucking threw the goose in a merch tub. He just threw the goose in a merch tub, and he was waiting for one of the roadie dudes to just fucking pop it open. And so then we just stood there about 20 yards away and just waited for the motherfucker to open up the one with the goose. And I mean, it wasn't even a climactic thing. The guy opened it up. He goes, "Oh, fuck," just closed it up and threw it in the dumpster. But yo, Shaggy don't quit, man. He's fucking funny, making a bit out of everything.
He's
man.
A clown, bro. He has fun.
But yeah,
all I can see is you two like hiding behind the bus, peeking heads out and shit, just looking at this box for 20 fucking minutes.
We were trying to play it cool, like, all right, don't let him know what we're looking at him. We're just talking, man. And he kept getting closer, and then it was so anticlimactic because he didn't even look around or laugh, or he was just like, "Oh, motherfucker."
He's seen some
made
shit.
my job fucking harder.
Yeah, he knew somebody was looking somewhere. He's like, "I'm not even gonna look up, motherfuckers." Like,
he didn't sell it. He didn't want to sell it.
A dead goose.
A
beautiful dead goose.
R.I.P. that dead goose. R.I.P. Lisa Marie. R.I.P.
Robbie Knievel. Yeah, all the motherfuckers are dropping, man.
That dead goose, honorary Juggalo, I think.
Obviously.
That's a Goosalo. Yeah.
Goosalo. Shit, Hong Kong.
I want to pause the word association list right quick, Clownvis. Is there any chance you could be the special guest at Ouija Matt's Juggalo Ohio at the end of the month?
I mean, there's always a chance, but not that I know of.
Oh, man. Wouldn't that be great if Clownvis popped out?
Look, man, I've woken up in stranger places, but nobody's told me I'm going to be there.
Hell yeah. Elixir.
Clownvis for host.
I love it, man. I wish I could be like, yo, but Ouija put that together very quickly from what I've seen, man. He just announced it, and it's like next week now. So, motherfucking things, it's sold out. He don't, yeah,
1,100. Yeah, 1,100 person venue.
Don't need more hype than that. Where's it at? Dayton? What's the town?
Columbus. It's Columbus. Yep. Scully's. Yep. At Scully's.
It's sold out in 9 days, Clownvis. 9 days.
Who's all doing it, man? It's Ouija and I was assuming Hex and who's
Devereaux,
on there?
Hex, Darby, Death Plus. A lot of these, not the Insane Clown Posse. He didn't need that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they might pop
Apollo,
out.
Right. You guys had you had Devereaux on here, right? On this show?
Yes,
I guess that's what's happening. He's the nicest guy. I don't know. I don't think I've met Darby. Darby O'Trill, right? I don't know if I've met him for sure. He's a great
dude. He's a great
dude. Boy.
But Devereaux is a cool motherfucker, man. That guy is cool, man. Very nice. And I'm so glad that Yum Yum album, man, between him and Shaggy the Airhead. I love the fact that those guys have a sound that I can personally pick up on, man. It's hooky. It's melodic. It's not just the, it's not all, even the evil shit and the dark shit has something that hooks me as a lighthearted guy, man. I love Devereaux and I love Shaggy the Airhead.
Onsted, do you got that photo of that Friday the 13th t-shirt that Shaggy the Airhead of Lazy and Crazy dropped? Now this shirt is $40. You only got about 40 minutes over on the East Coast to cop this bitch.
I love his shit, man.
Yeah, let's take a look at this limited edition.
This is fresh too. This one.
This is straight up the Gucci of the fucking Juggalo world, man. That's what I keep calling it.
I love it,
That's
man.
what I'm gonna keep calling it.
Right.
He's got that designer. He's got that Cuphead style, like everything, like that cartoonish Cuphead style. I love, man.
If you're watching this live, hurry and buy this, because like if you're watching it on the replay, it probably ain't up no more. So
right, and if you notice the little print that we got cut off, it comes with a free gift too. A free mystery gift.
What could that be? Could it possibly be the Andy and the foreskin?
Man, maybe so.
Oh man,
it might be a little melted. But
Clownvis, next on my list, I got you talked about Ouija Mac. I got Tim Heidecker.
Oh hell yeah, doggy, that's my boy. He's the guy that's looked out for me in the past that I can't believe, man. He's such a cool guy. I'm such a fan of his, man.
Tim and Eric is the shit. Growing up, man, waking up early in the morning, getting ready for school.
I sit down when I pee. There's that crazy stuff. That shit, I used to watch that when I was a kid, man.
Yeah.
Great.
I know that shit influenced like more culture than they get. I mean, like every commercial, every real commercial is so wacky now in the vein of Tim and Eric. And like they changed everything to like just get one funny concept and dig in until it's just overdone and not funny until it's funny again. Those guys,
great.
They kill it, man.
Right.
And yeah, I'm lucky, man. Tim, we got a mutual buddy that we ended up working together a bunch, and Tim has just been such a cool guy. I've been able to do a couple little tours with him, and he's always there when I need him. I love him, and I'm a big fan of his. So it's always cool to be on someone that you like. It's cool to be on their radar, you know.
That's so dope, man.
100%.
He's a legend, and like you said, he doesn't get credit for like a lot of the stuff that's influenced just modern comedy. Is from that.
Yeah. So much, so much just kind of blossomed from their style of insanity.
Even down to memes with the fucking
hell yeah.
All that shit.
And then on TikTok they use his audio to go viral, and it had nothing to do with him. And I mean everything, like it's like he's like the core of what is actually funny, And you've seen other guys that have that effect in a bigger way, an Adam Sandler way or a Will Ferrell way, where when one of these movies comes out, you're like, okay, that is comedy now. But Tim never, and he's still kicking ass and does so much that it's not like he's a charity case, but he doesn't get that mainstream respect for like really steering comedy in a way that is just the obvious. That's what comedy is now.
Hell yeah. Who's next on the list, Elixir?
Next we got Cart Narcs.
Yeah. I love Cart Narcs. Agent Sebastian.
Do you know him personally by any chance?
Yeah.
No, I don't know personally. I don't.
I love those videos, bro. It's annoying, but I love them.
No, I love them. I would say that is my word association for that would be disciplinary, unnecessary disciplinary.
It pissed me off, bro, because I don't always return my car. I don't.
But the best part is about everything he does. These people don't understand that they could just walk away and be gone. They could just be like, sorry, pal, and they could be out, and then there would be no video to post. But they got to stand there and act like they got something to fucking prove, and like they want to engage. It's like, yo, man, if some guy came up to me in a parking lot and was like, "Scoop doodly boop, you didn't put your card away," I'd be like, "All right, pal," I'd pat him on the back. I'd be out. I'm not gonna fucking.
Agent Sebastian's credit, he's in the trenches of Florida. I mean, let's be real.
He's got to be.
Right.
Florida.
He's got some balls, man. I can't do that shit. Like in the old days, I messed around a little bit with like man on the street videos and stuff. And I mean, it takes such balls to really get. I mean, to keep that camera rolling and keep your cool in public when a guy could be like, oh fucking! I mean, they could lose it. They could lose it.
Real shit. And in Florida, where he be at, bro? Oh,
where the Florida men are wild.
And
the
he's
urban
just
legend
funny.
of the Florida man.
Yeah, the man from Florida, and Agent Sebastian just skipping backwards, still making jokes and fucking.
He never breaks. That's what I respect about him.
He's great, man. Great.
Who's next, Elixir?
Jumpsteady.
Oh man,
we talked about him a little bit earlier, but
a machine. My word for him is a machine. I don't know how he does anything he does, boy. I mean, and I don't know how much people realize. I mean, I know people realize that he's the guy that really puts everything together with the gathering.
He's the spine of this community.
Everything.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking, and like for example, like something like Morton's List or one of these any of these, like the details that he puts into when I host, say Big Silva, or when I host the Nedden game, or when I host any of the pageants or anything. The detail, I get a full ass printed out packet with step-by-step details for me, and then I also see the step-by-step details for everyone else, that we're going to need a ladder on stage right, we're going to need a pipe and drape system behind there, we're going to need two mics off stage, 2 mics on stage, like down to the fucking most minute details, and they're only coming from Rob. And then after that, it's just up to like, hey, Rob put these in a list, everybody just listen to these and try to make it become a reality. But like, he's literally sitting there visualizing and thinking, okay, if we got to this point, we need this. And he's doing that like second by second for the gathering of the Juggalos after fucking a million years. And that's just a part of what he does. He's so fascinating.
All the while having a flip phone and a big binder.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like
this same pair of New Balance he's been wearing for 3 years.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Fresh. It makes him fresh.
And then you see him at the end of the gathering fucking folding up folding tables and putting them on buses and shit. You're like, bro, like you got to do that too. Like he does everything. Right. And I get it. As a guy that just, I mean, you can't always trust that other people are going to do shit for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, and we all know that, you know, like, he is just like, all right, if this is going to be done, this is what it's going to take. And I've never seen anybody like that in the world that can put together the mountain of work over and over again just for good times. And he's done it, you know, with like the live streams that I was doing during the pandemic. I did I went up to Detroit and did a couple things, you know, with them live stream, and the same detail goes into every one of those, you know, and the same detail goes into so much shit that, you know, and it's never says at the end, by Jumpsteady, or, you know, from Rob Bruce. Like, he don't fucking, he's not up there fucking trying to get the credit or claim nothing. He's just fucking, he knows it's the greater good for the Juggalos, for the people that have been in it, been down for so long, and that still deserve fresh shit. And, you know, like it's a world of, that's what makes the Juggalos a world of difference. Cause like anybody else is just like, could just get up there and do the same shit every year. But Rob, it helps keep it fresh with his fucking hands-on.
Absolutely.
I think what really blew my mind back.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you, Jump. The one thing that really stands out in my mind was the 2021 gathering, where we weren't sure if we were going to have a gathering or not, but he threw it together so fucking quick that we ended up having a fucking badass gathering that year.
Hell yeah, man, yeah.
For real. 2021 gathering, like, it was so like last minute, and it ended up being like one of my favorite gatherings, bro.
100%.
Oh, it was great, man. It was great. And it's just I'm just personally, I feel so lucky that Rob trusts me, you know, and that he'll put a workload on me, and that it's like I was saying earlier about having someone to look up to, you know, and I think of that way about both the Bruce brothers. And yeah, I put it into everything I do. Every time I'm putting on a show or something now, I think, well, shit, you know, what would Rob do? Rob would fucking have this place with fucking helicopter landing on the roof and balloons dropping and fucking, you know. So I'm like, all right, I can't just go, you know, you can't get away with the least. You got to do what you know Rob would do.
That's what we try to do with the Thuggalo show. Like, we try to implement tarot, magic. Like, I got these other ideas for like what we're trying to do. Like, we want it to be a podcast, I guess, but we want to incorporate the community and showcase what they can do. What are their talents?
Right.
And showcase them, bro. Because it's like, we're a community, like, for real.
And that's
where
the page of the week comes from at the end of the day.
Shout out
that's
to
BSP.
Next on the list, Clownvis, for your word association is Shaggy the Airhead.
Shaggy the Airhead, man. Homie. Just a sweet homie. A guy that from fucking the first time I met him, I swear to God, I said to myself, well, who's this nice motherfucker? What's this nice guy doing here being all nice? Just a nice guy, man. We got along right away. And I'm telling you, man, producer-wise, I love his beats. I love the shit he did on Yum Yum. I love the shit I've heard outside of Yum Yum. I follow him on Twitter. Shaggy the Airhead's he's a homie, man. He's a good guy.
His new project, Coffee, his next EP or album, is it as an album or as an EP? It's sold out. EP. The physical copies have already sold out. So
nice. Yeah, he's been next to me. We've had merch booths next to each other for the last couple of years at the gathering, and I've seen him kill it firsthand, man. I know people love his shit, you know, and he knows just how to create a buzz and make a drop that people are actually excited about, man.
Lazy and Crazy is Lazy and Crazy is Juggalo Gavinci.
Yeah.
Fucking Louis V. That is Gucci designer, dog.
Right.
He's a jack of all trades too. I mean, he'd be slinging ink, he'd be making beats, clothing.
Yeah. Oh, I forget, man. I forget about his tattoos. I would 100% get one of his cool ass tattoos, man. He gets
Clownvis. A lot of people have Clownvis tattoos. How does that feel?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's a trip, man. They might be wrong. You know, I don't know.
I feel that for real.
I mean, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself and have to uphold it, you know, but
it's
no, they,
right?
it's so cool.
Face,
it's so cool, man. And it's like, it was cool the first time. It was cool the first 5-6 times. Now it's like a regular thing. There's dozens of them. And it's, all I can say, man, is that it moves me to make sure that, like, I joked about them being wrong, but like it puts the motivation on me to be like, all right, let's make sure that they're not wrong. Let's make sure that Clownvis delivers something. Clownvis does have more than whatever they liked about it at the moment they were getting tattooed. Make sure that I'm here for them as a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
Who's next, Onsted?
The next one on the list is a favorite podcaster of mine. And that's Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
Love Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn, you know, the rat.
Gang. Rat King.
The
Rat King, baby.
He used to host the gathering one year, like host.
Oh my God, I would lose it.
He would slip right in. He would slip right in. He wouldn't break a sweat. He wouldn't think twice. He would fit right in, man. That's a guy. I don't know him personally, man, but I'm not a fan of many new comics, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of many new up and coming comics,
like, but I really like him.
But Theo's the shit, man. That's
the shit he be saying off the top of his head be having me like in tears sometimes. Man.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little too problematic sometimes, but
but you just need it for them little clips, you know. He's trying to explain something. He start I can't even do an impression because he's too good, man. He's the best. I'm glad you said his name.
Many.
Yeah.
Right?
I pride myself on my impressions. I don't think I could nail it, Theo Vaughn, bro. I don't think I could try it.
I could, but I don't want to get us kicked off of air. So we're just.
I would imagine that. I would imagine he's one of those guys that you start talking just like him if you hang out with him, you know.
Real shit. Who's next, Elixir? This one's an interesting one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I should skip over this one, but I'm not gonna. Okay, so Fats Domino.
Yeah, doggy. Yeah, Fats Domino's the real one, man. He's the real shit, man. Only because he's such a nice singer, so many nice songs, and my favorite thing about Fats Domino is that Chubby Checker has probably had more success.
Yeah, Chubby Checker stole his flow, basically, right?
And I don't think enough people are calling that out, man. This motherfucker. You know, the twist, you could tell Chubby Checker's like the New Kids on the Block version, you know. He's like the made up, the produced. They said, we need a Fats Domino, so we need a fat guy with a board game last name. And so they made Chubby Checker. And they Fats Domino, he's a real one, man. And you could watch. I go down YouTube rabbit holes where I watch Fats Domino. I should say, not Chubby. I'll go down Fats Domino YouTube holes. I love watching him. He had a lifetime supply to Popeye's chicken, and I'd always listen. I had always heard this, man. Everybody always said, growing up, people say, "Oh yeah, Fats Domino has a lifetime supply." A gold card to Popeye's chicken. And I just thought that was like just maybe a racist thing to say and not real. But I seen this video on YouTube the other day where one of these motherfuckers from Hard Copy in the 90s with Fats Domino, and they go, is it true that you have a Popeye, that you did a gig and you told them you needed a lifetime supply of Popeye's chicken? And he goes, well, I got the lifetime card, don't I? And they go, and then the Hard Copy guy goes, well, how often do you use that? Fats Domino goes, I don't use it much. I don't use it much. And then his brother right off camera goes, I used it last night.
I mean, bro,
his whole family just going through the line with, hey, I'm Fats Domino's cousin. Give me all that free chicken.
He got
I don't blame him.
He got it out the mud. He put his family on. He put his foot on. He said, "If I get the lifetime supply, the whole table eats."
Yo, that's like that line in Dewey Cox. You guys know the walk hard. When he goes, they said something like, "They'll give me $10,000 for the show." I said, "No, you won't. You'll give me that giraffe." Fats Domino said, "Oh yeah, $10,000 is cool, but you're gonna have to give me a lifetime supply of Popeye's chicken."
Fats Domino, honorary Juggalo Clownvis?
He would be down. Yeah, he probably wouldn't want to have to get in the mix and talk to too many people, but he'd be down, man.
I could see that party, the Popeyes party tent some night. On the
yeah.
I could see that popping off at Legend Valley.
Clownvis hosting that event. I could see
that. Clownvis hosting as the host with the most. The next name on our list is someone else that I think would fit right in at the gathering. I think Humble Among, a friend of ours, tweeted this during the week. Eric Andre.
Oh yeah, boy! I can't believe he hasn't done the gathering yet. Because I guarantee you, he would jump on it, man. That's another homie, man. That's one of the guys that when I was in LA, I was lucky enough to be put on a lot of shows with Eric Andre, and we got along famously right away because, like I'm saying, everybody out there in LA is just fucking sucks, man. They're all like, I mean, they don't suck, but like all the comics, they're trying to be one thing, and they're like, I can't. If I want to get on Jimmy Fallon, I have to do this, and it's so boring. It can be so boring from a more punk rock aspect, or point of reference where I'm from. But luckily, that's where Eric Andre was from too, man. So like, we did these shitty gigs together, and we could just laugh at each other's shit, and yeah, he's a homie, man. He's an innovator. He's an innovator and a torch carrier, man, carrying the torch that like Tom Green lit, and the Jackass carried, and
Eric Andre is like, at the Juggalo, like he's Juggalo and don't even know it. He one of them ninjas. You feel me?
Yeah.
He don't know it yet, but he is.
Yeah. And you know what actually probably helped that along, but him not knowing it, was him being on Adult Swim at that time, because a lot of ninjas watch that late at night.
Oh yeah.
And you put two and two together. We would love to see him, and I would love to see him and Hannibal at the fucking gathering.
Yeah, dog. He had me. He had me. This is right before COVID-19, I guess. The year before, I guess he had me out to his birthday party to perform at his birthday party in LA at it was right after the Fire Fest, that shit Fire Fest. Yep. The theme was Fire Fest, so it was all like, and he straight up had like the guy that sucked dick for water there, and like but anyway, man, that was such a fucking wild night, and it was all like rappers and shit. These rappers I didn't know. But they were huge, man. Cardi, what is his name?
Playboy Cardi.
Playboy Cardi.
I love Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, I went on right after Playboy Cardi.
Wow, that is my algorithm is Clownvis and Playboy Cardi.
It goes. Playboy Cardi is up and just destroys the place, right? And then everything. I can't describe what a mess of craziness this show sold out at the Regent in LA. And then Eric gets up there and, all right, this next motherfucker flew in on a jet just for this Clownvis. And I get up there and like my monitors aren't working. I can't hear anything. And this is like maybe an hour or two into the show. That the entire audience is tripping fucking balls. Like nothing. and nothing would make sense anyway. If I got up there and said, all right, let me set up this joke and then sing this, like nobody gives a fuck, you know? So we're all just fucking, it's like bumper cars up there. It was so fun, man. But I got, Tim Heidecker was there doing the Dakar shit, and I got to see some cool shit that night, man. Sarah Squirm was there, who's now Sarah Sherman on Saturday Night Live. She'd be a juggalo, man.
Wow, Clownvis bumping elbows with Playboy Cardi, SNL people.
The
bro.
fancy.
You put on the Juggalos.
Representing Juggalo culture.
That's what I'm saying.
Juggalos, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, a Juggalo ambassador.
Yes, we love it, man. We got 2 names left on this list, Clownvis.
Yeah. The next one we've also seen at the gathering, Mac Sabbath.
Oh, those are my homies. Yeah, man. Those guys are responsible. I would say Mac Sabbath. Let me think of a word to associate with them. Just what is the word? I see a picture of a mountain in my head, but I don't know what the fuck the word for that mountain would be. Mountain. If it's a word association, I'm saying mountain. But they are Majestic. Yeah. They those guys are so cool, man. They've been fucking with me since I was in LA. They would come to my LA shows and they told me about Mac Sabbath then. And then they started blowing up. They said, hey, would you come out and open with us? And that's what got me on the booking agency that I'm still with 5-6 years later, Atomic Music Group. I owe those guys, I owe Mac Sabbath so much for just helping me get my footing on the road, you know, really. I mean, I'd been booking my own shit and doing sloppy gigs, and they helped me put shit together with an agency, which is very cool.
Hell yeah. Shout out Mac
And
Sabbath.
they kill it. They kill it, man. They kill it everywhere.
I've only got to see them on YouTube for their gathering performance. So I would like to see a Clownvis Mac Sabbath reunion.
Yeah, boy. When we did that tour together, man, I sang a song with them every night, and I could, I could watch them every night. It's so fun. And I don't know, when they did the gathering, they were on at like 3 a.m. They were very early. And so I remember standing there watching them, and there was zero hate, but it was also like at 3, same thing. A lot of people just tripping out and just watching. So
influence.
Yeah. And so nobody was upset, but I think they could really kill in a more confined space where people are paying attention to everything, because at that time of night at the gathering of the Juggalos, it was just another spectacle happening, so I think they could really kill in that community if they.
That was in 2019. The gathering lineup for the Super Gathering was packed that year. Granted, like you had Suicide Boys, you had Ghost Man. There were a lot of
yeah.
So they were on at 3 a.m. Maybe if they were on at this last gathering, they might have been on at maybe the Steel Panther spot. You feel me?
Yeah, right, or the Green Jello spot or something like that.
Right,
they could have that kind of back and forth with the crowd, and have the crowd just really be more lively for them. And I'm not saying that they didn't have a lively crowd. I was in the back of the crowd, so I don't know what they witnessed, but I was just back there with people drooling on themselves, and I'm like, yo, wake up, you don't want to miss this, man.
Matt Sabbath be on the McDonald's tip. Do you have a favorite McDonald's menu item that you fuck with particularly, Clownvis?
I'm a quarter pounder with cheese guy, and you know what I do, man? I fucking take the top bun off, and then I take a French fry and I scrape the onions off, and then I just eat it like an open faced sandwich. And I don't know why. I just it tastes like more classy. That
I don't have I don't have the room to make a crazy food opinion because I ate tuna and peanut butter on the show once. So
tuna and peanut butter.
Yeah,
last week.
Long story. But I don't have
almost
the room
got us canceled.
to judge anyone, Clownvis. So respect.
Yeah, I don't know why I like that, man. I was trying to eat less bread, so I said I'll take the top half off, and then I started just being like, no, I'm not even giving a fuck anymore about my diet, but I still take the top one off. I feel like a Frenchman or something. I feel like I'm in a.
You put the pinky out. You get the
pinky out?
Yeah. Oh yeah, fancy.
Pinky up.
Then it's not McDonald's, it's McDonald's.
Hey, Clownvis, we have one final game on the word association list.
The last word on our list also means family, but it's not Ohana.
It's not Ohana. It's
Juggalos.
Juggalos is the word to associate with?
Yep.
Can I say family right back to it? I mean, if that
that's your
family.
word. Yeah, hell
family, man. Yo, and that's some shit that Juggalos knew about me before I knew it about myself. And like I was saying, from that first time I got on stage at the gathering, and I knew from the second I realized my mic was on, I go, okay, I don't got to fuck around. I don't got to sweat with this crowd. They'll like me for who I am. But afterwards, the biggest phenomenon in my experience was that I just brought a small smattering of merch to sell next to the stage after I did that midnight set, that first gathering, and then everybody lined the fuck up, and then one by one they all came up and they all said, "Welcome home, brother. Welcome home, man. You're family now. You're welcome home." Like they all saw it before I had even processed it, you know. Like they were telling me that like I was like family before I even realized it, you know. So that's the only. I mean, you know, for me, Juggalo means family. It means people that fucking get me. It means people that I don't have to front in front of, you know. It means I can just fucking be myself, win, lose, or draw, you know, whether it's all funny or whether some of it's wacky or dumb, or like you just fucking put it out there. And Juggalos see the realness, man. That's what a family does. You know, they see you for more than whatever even you're figuring out at the time. They see the greater sum of what you are, man. That's family.
We got 46 Juggalos up in the chat right now. I see a bunch of people dropping family, much love, Clownvis. You're family. We're all family. Everyone in the chat's family. You're all part of something, and that's what I love about this community.
It's cool as hell, man.
Hell yeah, man. 100%.
Hell yeah, Clown Bakes 420. You know what's up.
Well, we're getting near that terrible time of the show where it's time to cut it out.
So with that being said, trail.
We got until next week. Till then, Clownvis, can you tell everybody where the fuck we can all find you at? Where can everybody find all of your material at, man?
Man, thanks, guys. I appreciate having me on. I'll tell you this, man. Find me all across all social medias. My favorite these days is I like TikTok if I'm going live, which I'm battling with some technology, so I'm not doing right now. But actually, I might try it tonight with something else I got. But anyway, TikTok at Clownvis, Instagram at Clownvis, and then Clownvis Presley on Facebook, Clownvis Presley on YouTube, and YouTube is where I do Clownvis to the Rescue every Wednesday night. It's a free show. It's just me fucking around here in the studio with an alien and a mouse and a robot, and we try to make it fun, man. And it's fun. Man. And Clownvis to the Rescue is the name of the show, and clownvistotherescue.com is where you can go for merchandise and shit like that, man. So clownvistotherescue.com.
Thank you, Clownvis. I hope to have you back on someday, man.
Thank you guys, man. Thuggalo show. I fucking love it. And let me know when this is up, man. I'll drop a link to it so people can go back and watch it, all right?
It'll be up immediately as we end the stream, man. It'll be up. I'll send you a link on Instagram. Yeah.
Word. Well, I appreciate you guys, man. I can't wait to see y'all face to face as soon as we can.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Big dog.
Yeah.
All right, man. Clownvis, thank you.
Thank you so much,
whoop,
man.
whoop.
Whoop. Hey. Yes, that was Clownvis Presley. This has been the Thuggalo Show. I'm TPC. Woo. That's Onsted Elixir. I gotta say something, guys. This was chapter 11, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. The whole thing about next week, it would be chapter
13 comes next, right?
13 would be next, right? Yeah. That's right. Onsted, is that right? Is my math correct?
Yeah.
His Luigi lyric is like something wasn't in his algebra or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Well, great show, and we'll see you guys next time we're online. Hell yeah. Thank you for watching.
Have a great day. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Thuggalo Show.
Thuggalos! Hi there, it's me, Officer Jeffy. Now, it's been brought to my attention that the boys over at the Thuggalo Show are not doing a stream for Chapter 12. Now, apparently, it's some sort of protest where they're going to take the week off as a message to quote, pardon my language, fuck the ops. Now, I find this utterly disgusting, but that's okay. I know where all these little gang member trailer trash scum are going to be, okay? The Thuggalos are going to be at Scully's on January 27th for this little concert called Juggalo, Ohio. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I arrest every